Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and WDADradio.com, featuring the Indiana Little Indians. Tonight's game is sponsored by Hutton Blues Insurance, Indiana Regional Medical Center, Good & Associates, Luther Ford Lincoln, S&T Bank, Young & Associates, Crimson Wealth Management, Marion Center Bank, the William G. Meckling Insurance Agency, and by First Commonwealth Bank. Now let's go courtside for high school basketball on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and WDADradio.com.
It's section play time at 5th Street Gym, and tonight the Indiana Little Indians go for their 8th win of the year when they welcome the Gateway Gators to Indiana. And again, a sectional bout in the WPIAL 5A1 case. Good evening, everybody. Welcome inside the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Jake Slobodnik joining you for another edition of Indiana High Basketball here on WDAD, WDADradio.com, and on Renda Digital TV, our free live stream, which you can tune in at any point using the link at WDADradio.com. Want to welcome you inside 5th Street Gym. The JV game just wrapping up. Indiana with a 40-26 win over JV, but they're going to look to carry that over into the varsity game here. Coming up in about 15 minutes or so, it is junior high recognition night, and everybody's lining up on the baseline, and we'll see if we can get that on camera here for you in just a moment as they recognize the junior high girls basketball team here, and that's one of the big things that Indiana has tried to do over the past couple of seasons and has had really good success with, is recognizing some of the non-varsity sports, and it's all credit to Dan Roan, athletic director, who's been organizing this for several years now and has just been doing a phenomenal job and also helping us bring this coverage here to you tonight on the radio and on the video side. Let's take a look at tonight's matchup. Indiana High coming in 7-2. They're undefeated in the section at 2-0, and they look to start another hot streak. They carried a 7-game win streak into the Greater Latrobe Holiday Tournament, but they split that, beating the hosting Wildcats 48-40 1 week ago tonight. Then they fell to Hempfield 50-42 Friday night. Now, as we all might remember, Indiana actually faced Hempfield here at 5th Street Gym. Little Indians came out on top, but the Spartans getting their retribution in holiday play does not count against section wins, but it does count against the overall record. Gators, on the other hand, they lost their game last night to Kiski area 49-31. Indiana beat Kiski 40-20 earlier this season. So they look to beat the same team who was beat by Kiski area last night. And it's never easy playing 2 games in 2 straight nights. So for Gateway, you got to think there's a little bit of momentum on their side, or at least a little bit of fuel to the fire after losing last night. They don't want to drop 2 straight games. They at least want to get their first section win again. They are coming into tonight 2-8, 0-3 in the Section 5A1. And a big win tonight could do that, could help flip their season potentially for the Gators. But for Indiana, they're looking pretty good as we look at the WPIAL 5A1 standings. Indiana tied for second with Plum, who they'll meet on the 15th of January at Plum. So that'll be a big one. Then they'll face each other again here at 5th Street Gym when we flip over to February 6th. Only difference, both Plum and Indiana are 2-0. They've only given up 58 points each. Big difference is points for. Plum has 101 points for, whereas Indiana only has 89. So you look at some of the standings late in the season, and you take a look at just about everything to determine who's going to move on and who takes the top spot. But for Indiana, they look for yet another consecutive section title. Still lots of season to play. Only 1 month down, 1 to go, or 1.5, whichever way you see fit. For Indiana, they've been led by some superb seniors this season. Bella Antonacci and Cassie Boyer have just had a terrific season combined. And we remember at the beginning of the season, Cassie Boyer was still dealing with a knee injury that's kept her out of the starting lineup for a couple of games. She entered the starting lineup against Knock back on December 11th and has just been on a tear since. It's going back to that last tournament at Greater Latrobe. Antonacci combined for 28 points between both games, and Boyer added 12 points. They've been really key to the Little Indian success this season. According to Coach Michael Franciscus, who we'll talk to in just a little bit, Antonacci and Boyer have both been crucial in developing the team's chemistry this season, and also the younger classmen as well. As we've seen, Addie Hutton got into the scoring column in the win against Greater Latrobe. In that game, scored 10 points, another double-digit figure for the sophomore guard. And she'll be in the starting lineup tonight, along with several other sophomores, and obviously the 2 seniors, Boyer and Antonacci. Take a look at Gateway. They're led by seniors Anila Jordan, Danae I have the pronunciation here. Denasia James and Aubrey Lovelace. Jordan is the only Gator averaging double digits in scoring this season, according to Max Preps, notching 13.3 points per game. And Lovelace is shooting 42% from the free throw line, while James is hauling in 5.7 rebounds per game. But you can't count out Maya Jones. She's shooting 38% from the floor and averaging a little over 5 rebounds per game. And really, it's not the start to the season that Coach Curtis Williams has hoped for. A win over Indiana, as we said earlier, could really help them build some late momentum heading into the meat of January. Last year, Indiana and Gateway faced off twice. Indiana claimed both of those games. And I don't have the scores in front of me right now, but we can't tell you whether it was at Gateway or Indiana. Indiana came out on top in those games. But it's a new season. Anything can happen. We've seen it not only in high school level, but also at the collegiate level as well. Last night, the IEP basketball teams commanding wins over over Shepherd University. But that's not it. Around the PSAC, a lot of triple-digit scoring across all those games. And really, it was a lot of teams that you wouldn't expect to rack up the points. But they did. Just goes to show, again, anything can happen in the game of basketball on any given day. That's coming for you around 7:30 tonight. Indiana and Gateway here at 5th Street Gym. Should be a really good one. And Coach Michael Franciscus, we caught up with him. We haven't spoken to him since the December 21st game against Hempfield when Indiana won that 49-38 in a shootout. So he had a great holiday. We caught up with him a couple of days ago. We actually filmed our interview right in front of the trophy case, right outside the new 5th Street Gym. So that'll be coming up for you as we continue with our pregame coverage. Coming to you tonight from the S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking, member FDIC. And all of our coverage this season on WDAD and WDADradio.com is presented by IRMC, Better Health, Better Life, and IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville. Treating minor injuries and illnesses 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. And get in, get out, and get better. And also for our Renda Digital TV live stream, which again you can access directly by heading over to WDADradio.com. We want to thank the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory for being our presenting sponsors on Renda Digital TV, not just this season, but not just these games, but really for anything we do with Indiana High. They've been a proud sponsor for the past 2 years. We hope to continue that bond with them here moving forward. And again, we have a lot of good pregame coverage for you coming up in just a little bit. We'll have tip-off and starting lineups for you shortly before game time tonight, which is coming up in just about 12 and a half minutes, according to the scoreboard here at 5th Street Gym. What we're going to do, we're going to take a timeout, come back. We're going to talk with head coach Michael Franciscus of the Indiana High Little Indians, get his thoughts about how his team performed at the Greater Latrobe Tournament and what January basketball means to him. That's not it, though, so stay tuned. Coach Franciscus coming your way next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hello, this is Jay
and Shannon
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. And right now, Luther Ford has the wheels and they're making deals. Buy a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E and save $10,000 and everyone qualifies. Or lease a new 2023 Ford Escape Active all-wheel drive. Just $388 a month for 36 months with no money down. Luther Ford, 2 great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
Back with you here at 5th Street Gym as we count down the minutes until Gateway and Indiana tip-off here in Indiana. And joining us on the pregame show, Coach Michael Franciscus of the Indiana Little Indians. Coach, it's your first taste of 2024 action. 7-2 so far. Pretty strong start to the year heading into the January part of the schedule. I know I ask you most chances I get, but I'll ask you again officially halfway throughout the season. Give me your assessment of your team so far. I know you said the chemistry has been strong, but what else can you take away?
I mean, I think we're really hardworking. I think we've been very successful so far. Obviously, we saw a 7-game win streak in December, and we're coming off a loss right now. But we're getting into the heart of section play now, so I feel like we have a really good chance to, really, reboot things throughout the next couple of days to get ready. And we're just going to make sure that we are, finding our identity on the court and making sure that we go back to what we're we've had the most success with this season, which is obviously going to be, defense, discipline, and we just know that we're going to have great success if we go back to our, the things we've worked on the most throughout the season.
You ended 2023 with a split at the Greater Latrobe Holiday Tournament. You started things off last Thursday with a win over the hosting Wildcats, an 8-point win, but it's a win nonetheless. And then you face Hempfield again. Really, it was a series of rematches, if you will. But against the Spartans, you fell to them also by 8 points. Take me through that last game. What stuck out to you the most? What needs improved on here coming into tonight?
I think that, Hempfield's a good team, and honestly, they played well, and it was, one of the games that we feel like we did not play our best. I think that we didn't play our best, and I didn't have my best game coaching either. I think that, early on, Hempfield really controlled the game, and we had a hard time besides the second quarter, which we've had lots of successful second quarters this year, as you've mentioned many times. I think we had a hard time controlling the game early on, and Hempfield was able to get out to an early lead. We were able to bounce back and get a halftime lead, but I think that, at the end of the day, it was a game of runs, and we did not hit as many shots as we're used to hitting, and we could not pick ourselves up in other areas defensively. We let them have too many shots that they wanted, and rebounding-wise, we just felt like we didn't have our best game rebounding. We've lost 2 rebound battles this year, to Forest Hills and the second time against Hempfield. Our rebounding record is 7-2, which is exactly our game record as well, which is not a surprise to us. We always talk about the importance of winning the rebound battle. So we weren't unable to do that. Gave them too many things defensively that we didn't want to give them. And at the end of the day, it just wasn't our best game overall, and we know we'll get better from it, though.
Yeah, normally you hear the old saying, free throws win you games, but really with you guys, it seems like controlling the boards is what determines wins and losses this year, which isn't a bad thing. It's just unique seeing it flip the script normally. But going on to positive things, that win against Latrobe, you had 3 people in double figures. It was your 2 seniors, Bella and Cassie, then Addie Hutton got in there too. Was there anything that maybe stuck out to you as something to build on, or was it more of the same? You saw some good things, controlling the boards. What did you like and dislike from that win?
I think we handled pressure way better the second time against Latrobe than we did the first time. Honestly, we let Latrobe climb back into the game the first time by not handling their pressure well, and it was a 3-point game late. We were able to end up pulling away by hitting our foul shots. But really, pressure was not a problem for us throughout the holiday tournament, and I think it's something we really improved with is our work under pressure and against presses. And I think that that's something that we really have done a really good job of. Is getting better in that aspect and really just playing more poised, and I feel like that's something that we have worked well to try and worked hard to try and make better, and it's been a good start so far.
First game of 2024 coming up in just a couple of moments, Coach, and you host the Gateway Gators. They're off to a bit of a rocky start in the section. Last year, though, Indiana claimed both meetings, but this year they come in with plenty of veteran leadership and depth, and they're going to have some chips on their shoulders. Size up the Gators here tonight.
I think that it's going to be a good game. I think Gateway has good athletes, and I think that they've played a tough schedule so far. I think that at the end of the day, we're going to have to do what we always want to do, and that's control the game, win the rebound battle, and play disciplined, and definitely play our best defensive game yet. I think we're really going to, try and, play good aggressive defense today and really, put pressure on Gateway to make plays. And I think that if we can do that, we're going to be in a good shape to control this one.
Their game's normally central around two big players, that being Nyla Jordan and Aubrey Lovelace. They both excel from the field and beyond the arc, opening up plenty of opportunities for them to put up some points. Is it going to be a factor of neutralizing them completely or sort of limiting their looks from beyond the arc while also taking advantage of shots on offense for you guys?
I think we want to play good team defense, and I think we want to, with that good team defense, turn our aggressive defense into offense in this game.
Any injuries to report, or you got a clean squad coming into 2024?
Feeling good, just what we expected.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck against the Gators tonight. I'm hoping for an exciting one, hoping for a win as well.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it.
It's Coach Michael Franciscus of the Indiana Little Indians. More of our pregame show coming your way next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Happiness is Friday Night Lights. Happiness is also when InFirst Rewards Checking gives customers money back when they use their card on all those fantastic things in life, such as getting ice cream, family vacations, going to sporting events, and trips to the amusement park. But do you know what truly makes InFirst happy? It's seeing Indiana student athletes shine in the community. Good luck, Indiana High, from the team at InFirst Bank. InFirst Bank, member FDIC.
InFirst Bank, here for you since 1922.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tylinski.
And I'm Rebecca Donahue.
The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all Little Indians video broadcasts this year.
Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. You can find us online at beyondthesunsetpets.com.
When choosing a pet crematory, the crematory you choose does make a difference.
And we welcome you back to 5th Street Gym for tonight's WPIAL 5A1 girls matchup featuring Gateway and Indiana. Little Indians looking for their 8th win of the season. The Gators looking for their 3rd. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups here on Renda Digital TV and WDAD. First for the visiting Gateway Gators, under the direction of head coach Curtis Williams, assisted by Bree Brinson and Will Battles. They send out the starting 5 of the following. A junior forward, number 3, Casey Glaze. And then 4 seniors. Senior guard forward, standing 5'8", number 4, Maya Jones. A senior center, standing 5'10", number 13, Denasia James. A senior guard, standing 5'10", number 24, Aubrey Lovelace. And then the leading scorer for the Gators, number 2, a senior guard, standing 5'8", Nyla Jordan. That's the Gators lineup. And now for the Indiana High Little Indians, under the direction of head coach Michael Franciscus and assisted by Dave McCombie. He sends out the starting 5 of the following: 3 sophomores and 2 seniors. Let's start with the sophomores. A guard standing 5'6", number 1, Julia Antonacci. A sophomore guard standing 5'9", number 11, Lakin Kugler. A sophomore guard standing 5'9", number 22, Addie Hutton. Then the 2 seniors, number 13, standing 5'6", a guard, Bella Antonacci. And then a forward, senior, standing 5'10", number 33, Cassie Boyer. And if you're watching on Renda Digital TV, you see Bella Antonacci's number highlighted. She's been on a tear, 28 combined points over the last 2 games, those coming against Greater Latrobe and against Hempfield at the Greater Latrobe tournament. She'll be one of the players to keep our eyes on tonight. And for Gateway, it'll be Nyla Jordan. As we said earlier in the pregame, she's the only Gator averaging double digits in scoring this season with 13.3 points per game. But again, looking at some of the others, Aubrey Lovelace shooting 42% from the free throw line. Denasia James hauls in a little over 5 rebounds per game. So that's the thing. Both of these teams, they got some players who can really make their case out there on the floor.
The Indiana School District
And
takes school and public safety very seriously. We ask that all fans please take a moment to familiarize
getting ready for tip-off here tonight. Pat Snyder giving the usual welcome to the fans and cheerleaders and dance team here tonight. Coming to you tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking, member FDIC. Jake Slobodnik joining you. Garrett Clark's our studio engineer. Back in our WDAD studios, Sam Sneddon's running the camera tonight. Laura Slobodnik's keeping the stats. All-star crew of Renda Digital TV and Renda Media folks here helping bring this game to you tonight. And we'll turn it over to Pat Snyder for our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem done and out of the way, and we're ready for some basketball coming your way in just a couple of moments. First, the introduction of the starting lineups on the floor. And just want to let you know that tonight, again, we're on WDAD and Renda Digital TV. Those rare occurrences that we're both on the radio and on the live stream. So if you are not subscribed yet, be sure to do so to Renda Digital TV. It's completely for free. You can do that now. All you need is a Google address or just to sign up and create an account on YouTube, subscribe, and it's just that simple. And make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you're notified every time Renda Digital TV goes live with either Indiana High events, Heritage Conference events, or who knows what else we'll get into.
Next starter is the senior and forward.
Gateway being introduced on the floor right now under the direction again of head coach Curtis Williams. He's assisted by Will Battles and Bree Brinson.
Number 24, she's a senior. She plays guard and forward, Aubrey Lovelace.
And we'll flash the starting lineup just one more time on Renda Digital TV. And Pat Snyder giving a little bit of a fun factoid about his personal life. Pat's such a great guy.
For the Indians, their head coach is Michael.
And now Indiana being introduced on the floor. Coach Michael Franciscus in a gray suit this time. If you followed Indiana High, we've talked about Coach Franciscus' collection of suits. Forest green and pink so far this year.
Next starter is number 11. She's a sophomore. She's a guard, Layton Kugler. Next starter is number 13, a senior.
And should be a good one tonight, as we said earlier in the pregame show. In the WPIAL 5A1 standings, Indiana's tied for first with Plum. Both 2-0. Both have only given up 58 points, but Mustangs have an upper hand in the points for category, 101-89. Penn Hills comes in third, followed by Franklin Regional at 1-1. Penn Hills is 2-1, so a half game ahead of them. Kiski area is 0-1, Gateway 0-2, and so is Woodland Hills, who makes the trek to 5th Street Gym January 11th. That'll be the next time we'll be here on Renda Digital TV and WDAD at the same time.
School district would like to remind fans this is high school sports, a learning experience for student athletes, reminding everyone to let the coaches coach, players play, officials officiate.
Ready for basketball here tonight. Our radio coverage presented by Indiana Regional Medical Center. Better health, better life. Our Renda Digital TV live stream presented as always by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Indiana in their white uniforms tonight with red numbers and black trim. Gateway in their dark gray uniforms with gold trim and gold lettering.
Thank you again, Colonial Toyota, for being our Indiana Boosters game day sponsor.
Indiana coming out onto the floor now.
Longtime tennis coach, retired tennis coach Ray Goss here tonight. Welcome back, Ray.
Cassie Boyer will open things up for Indiana tonight. She goes up for the opening tip-off, and matched up with her is Aubrey Lovelace. Both players at 5'10". Ball's up in the air. We're underway, and it ends up in the hands of Julia Antonacci. Official start time tonight, 7:40. Antonacci over to Addie Hutton on the left. 3 sophomores in the starting lineup for Indiana. That youthful jolt, if you will, to this lineup. It's been productive so far. And Julia Antonacci with it up top. Finds Boyer on the right. Up top, almost stolen away. Hutton able to come away with it, though, near midcourt. A little bit of clearing on the left. Dishes it to Lakin Kugler. Fakes a shot. Drives baseline left. Goes up hard. Shot's blocked. Comes down with it. Some contact. Finds Julie Antonacci. Now Addie Hutton for 3. And it's off the backboard. No good. It's a fight for the ball. Indiana comes up with it. It ends up in the hands of Bella Antonacci. Julia winds up with it on the right arc. She fires it for 3. And we're open. Julia Antonacci opens things up with a 3-ball. And it's a 3-0 lead for Indiana. Gators going to work for the first time tonight. Denasia James fires it up court to Anayla Jordan. Maya Jones, little give and go up top. Lovelace firing it to the right side for Jones once again. Looking for Glaze, who's her outlet on the left. Now to the left side of the arc. Shot's no good by Jordan. And rebounding it is Addie Hutton off the hop. Takes it across half court, slows things down for just a moment. Julie Antonacci fires it to Addie Hutton up top. Cassie Boyer then takes it, looking down low. Instead finds Julie Antonacci in the left corner. Another 3 on the way. It's no good. Just a little too short. Addie Hutton on the offensive board resets things for Indiana with 6:22 to go in the first quarter. Little floater pass near the left elbow to Kugler, who drives it left. Shot's blocked, and it's going to go out of play on Aubrey Lovelace. 6:14 to go here in the opening frame. And Julia to inbound. She does so, finding her sister Bella up top. Hutton over to Julia in the right corner, finding Boyer along the baseline. Dishes it inside the key to Kugler, and she goes up and in. It's 5-0 Indiana.
Lakin Kugler, 2 points.
Resorting to the full court press. Gateway almost breaks it. Boyer tips it for the moment. It's a foot race, and Addie Hutton comes up with it. That's a turnover for Gateway. Indians with a 5-0 lead, looking to extend it on this offensive drive. Bella Antonacci almost had some room. Swing pass down low to Kugler. One hop on to the board, and it's in. Kugler back-to-back buckets. It's 7-0 Indiana. And that inbound pass is tipped, but it stays in Gateway's possession. The brief stoppage will allow the first substitution of the night. Rachel Szymanski into the game for Gateway, a 5'6" guard in her junior campaign, wearing number 1. Lovelace will have a seat. Jones to inbound, looking in the backcourt, and she's able to find Denasia James, and that allows the Gators to set things up as the remaining players trickle up. James, swing pass to the right post. It's intercepted by Julia Antonacci up court. Feeding it to Boyer. Finger roll off the backboard, and it's in. Indiana sprinting out to an early 9-0 lead. Gateway miscommunication, taking a little bit of time in order to get the ball out of bounds. Jones with it, and it's almost stolen away by Kugler, but then it trickles out. 5:05 to go in the opening frame. Indiana blanking the Gators through 3 minutes of play, 9-0. Emily Ferraro, a senior guard, will check in for the first time tonight for Indiana. Jones will inbound, baseline right for Gateway. Looking to get into the backcourt, and they do. Taking it is Jones, who goes up hard from the right side, and that breaks the cold streak. 9-2. Oh, they're going to say it's Anayla Jordan. Anela, that's going to drive me nuts all night. 4:50 to go in the first quarter at the free throw line for Boyer. Thought about shooting, instead dishes to Ferraro in the right corner. She'll take it out. Now to the top of the key for Boyer, dishes it to Julie Antonacci. Looking for Ferraro on the right. She doesn't have anything there. Ferraro brings it up top. Almost fires to the left corner, but that's intercepted by the Gators. First turnover for Indiana tonight. Jordan takes it to the opposite side. And now James back to Jordan. Pops a triple. It's no good. Julie Antonacci taking the carom off the rim, and they're going to go back to work on offense at 4:18. Bella with it. Left side arc, not entirely in the corner. Looks to the center of the key for Kugler. She goes up hard from the left. Off-balance shot and gets it to fall. 11-2. Lakin Kugler has 6 points, and Gateway calls a timeout. 4:05 to go in the first quarter. Indiana with a commanding 11-2 lead in the early goings. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute on an IRMC High School Sports Night, WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hello, this
4:05 to go in this first quarter. Indiana with a commanding 11-2 lead here in the early goings. Gateway calling a timeout. Just 5 seconds away from the 4-minute mark. A little bit of trouble for them. Turnover-wise, it's pretty even, 2-1 so far. Gateway with the extra turnover. And now coming off the inbound pass following the timeout, here's Maya Jones. Inbounds, almost tipped, but Szymanski's right there to haul it in. Back to Jones. They break the press easily. 2-on-2 on the opposite side. Shot by Jordan doesn't fall. Boyer right there to rip it out of the air. To the left, Kugler goes up hard from the left. It's no good. Jones comes down with the board. Up court, here comes Jones. Looking to the right, instead spins to the left, now spins back to the right, trying to elude Cassie Boyer, but her shot off kilter. It's going to go out of play, and they're going to say it's out of bounds on Indiana, and that brings up a timeout in the action. 3:23 to go in the opening frame at the media timeout. It's 11-2 Indiana. Back with you in a moment on an IRMC High School Sports Night. It's WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
I'm Jay Blues.
Shannon.
From Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com. Service to you. Go online to wjyaengineers.com.
Classic Hits 1450
WDAD. Off the media timeout, 11-2, Indiana with a lead over Gateway in the early goings. 3:23 to go in the first period. And Gateway will take it from the baseline left underneath their hoop. We're going to cut into this 9-point deficit. Inbound pass finds Anela Jordan. Right elbow, it's intercepted by Bella Antonacci, trying to feed something up court, but numbers are against Indiana. Bella Antonacci takes a mid-range jumper from the left post. Kugler goes up, shot no good, gets a rebound, and then a jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Gators.
Jump ball goes to the Gators.
We have a broadcasting legend in the house tonight. the voice of Duquesne's men's basketball, Ray Goss, is here. And saw his granddaughter, Lakin Kugler, underneath fighting for the rebounds and putting things up. Ray has stopped into the radio station multiple times, got to meet him actually. Very, very nice man. Obviously a broadcasting legend. Off the inbound pass, Gateway fires it into the Indiana bench. That's a turnover for them. Number 4 of the night so far. And now Indiana will get free possession with 3:08 to go in the first period. But not before Julie Antonacci returns to the floor for Addie Hutton. Current 5 for Indiana out there right now. Antonacci, well, both Antonaccis, that is. Lakin Kugler, Emily Ferraro, and Cassie Boyer. Inbound pass goes to Kugler, goes up hard, shot blocked. Boyer rips it out of the air, finds Bella Antonacci now to the left corner for Julia for 3. It's no good. Hits off the side iron, and it ends up in the hands of the Gators. Taking it end-to-end is Anela Jordan. Shot on the breakaway is no good. Fight underneath for the ball, but a foul's going to be called on Indiana.
Foul's on Kugler.
Foul's going to be on Lakin Kugler. That's her first. And to the line for Gateway is number 4, Maya Jones. Front end misses off the side iron. And Emily Betzinger onto the floor for the first time tonight. Cassie Boyer will have a bit of a breather. And this one to go away 50%. Not good. Szymanski fighting for the rebound, and she beats Kugler to the block. Looking to the left side. Bounce pass good for Jones. Looking underneath in the right post for Trinity Reese. It's no good. They'll regroup up top with Jordan. Back to Reese, but it's over her head and into the hands of Betzinger. 5th turnover of the game for Gateway. First steal of the night for Betsy. Bella Antonacci brings it across, finding Betsy on the right side. Back up top, finds some clearing in the center of the key, goes up hard and gets it to trickle in. Fresh off the bench, Betzinger finds the scoring column. It is 13-2 Indiana, 2:17 to go, and on the far side of the court, all goes out of bounds on Indiana. Cassie Boyer returns to the floor for Indiana, and Aubrey Lovelace back out there for the Gators. Inbound pass going up court, looking for Trinity Reese, but it ends up in Lovelace's hand. She goes up hard from the right side, and a defensive foul called on Emily Ferraro. Good job on Lovelace to draw the whistle there. She'll go to the line for 2, and looks like Coach Williams is going to make a couple of substitutions for the Gators. And Coach Franciscus will send Addie Hutton back onto the floor. First of 2, spins around and is in. And let's see who comes onto the floor. Casey Glaze back out there for Gateway. Looks like Denasia James as well for Indiana. Stella Stossel out on the floor for the first time tonight. Second by Lovelace is no good, and her and Betzinger fighting for the ball. It's Emily that comes up with it.
13 James return.
Looking up court, Indiana goes back to work. Addie Hutton fresh off the bench. Gets things going. Finds Bella Antonacci backing in. Now to the corner for Hutton. A little bit of clearing. From the right side, goes up hard, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Foul's on.
Clock's at 1:56. Indiana with a 10-point lead that could grow here if Hutton can convert one or both of her free throws.
Shooting 2 is 22. Hutton.
First of 2 is good. Gave it a little side eye like, that go in? Ferraro back on the floor. Betzinger and Antonacci. Julia, that is, back off. 14-3 Indiana. Could be 15, and it is. 2-2 trip for Addie Hutton. It's 15-3 Indiana with 1:56 to go in the frame. Jump ball called.
Jump ball goes Indiana.
And it's going to point in possession of Indiana. Cassie Boyer will make a quick trip to the scores table, and she'll re-enter the floor for Stella Stossel. Late add in as Julie Antonacci comes in for Ferraro. And waiting for things to pick up. Kugler will take it out in front of the fans, and she inbounds it to Julie Antonacci with 1:45 to go in the frame. Antonacci, a little bit of clearing in the center lane, but dishes it back out to Hutton. Playing it safe. Spins to her left, finds Julie in the corner. Looking low, nothing's there for now. Top of the key for Kugler. Had Boyer for a split second, doesn't find her. Kugler's going to drive from the left, and it's no good. Lovelace comes down with the rebound. Gateway back in transition. Lovelace cut off in traffic. They'll regroup up top. Jordan over to James, and that one's stripped away. Pass intended back for Jordan. Bella Antonacci takes it end-to-end, kisses it off the glass, and it's a 17-3 Indiana lead. Indiana's just been on an offensive tear this entire quarter. Still applying a full court press at the minute mark. On the opposite end, Anela Jordan picks up her dribble. Now to the left elbow. Shot is no good by James, and Boyer comes down with the rebound. Pardon, that was Casey Glaze on the shot attempt. 47 seconds. Bella Antonacci will slowly take it across half court, trying to slow things down. Let her team catch their breath. Hutton fires it back up top to Lakin Kugler. Finds Julian to the cutting Lakin Kugler. Shot is blocked. Beautiful stuff underneath by Aubrey Lovelace. And the Gators catch a break defensively. Mentioned in the pregame, don't count out Lovelace. Driving, that one stripped away and sent into the stands. Casey Glaze tried driving, but Kugler stripped it out of her hands. Stoppage will allow Szymanski to check back onto the floor for Gateway. Betzinger and Ferraro are back out there for Indiana with 17.6 seconds left. In the backcourt, Szymanski inbounds it to Lovelace. They got 16 seconds to make something work before the quarter break. Bounce pass to the right. Szymanski, now pass intended for James. It's stripped away by Boyer. She takes it end-to-end and goes up hard from the left side. And she closes out a very big first quarter with a breakaway layup. We're at the end of three, and Indiana was running away with this one early. It's 19-3. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a moment on here on WDAD and on Renda Digital TV.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Looking to stay on
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Indiana! Heading into the second, it's 19-3 Indiana. Big first quarter for them, especially some key buckets from Lakin Kugler early on. She had 6 that entire frame. Cassie Boyer ended it on a breakaway layup, leaving the score where we're at. Heading into the second set of 8. Gateway will start things off with the quarter. Lovelace gets the inbound pass. And we're underway here in the second period. She takes it to the right side, looking for James underneath. Off-balance shot, no good, ends up in Stossel's hands. Staying out there here for the beginning of the second. Bella Antonacci on the opposite end. Pumps a three, and we're off to another eventful start. Julia started the first with a 3 ball. Bella says, I can do you one better. 22-3 and a whistle. As that ball trickles out of play. Maya Jones back out on the floor for Gateway. And it looks like Anela Jordan as well. Jordan takes the inbound pass across half court, matched up with Addie Hutton. Dishes to the left, miscommunication looking for Lovelace, and the look on Jordan's face says it all. That's the 8th turnover for Gateway here in the first 2 quarters. Indiana only has 1 give up. Bella Antonacci over to Julie on the right. Now to Addie Hutton on the left. Up top, here's Kugler. Down low, in the middle of the key to Hutton, who's walled by herself. Looking to Kugler, driving, dishes. Stossel out to Julia. Far side corner for Hutton, doesn't take a three, and then a walk. Second turnover for Indiana on the mental lapse. And Gateway will take the ball back. .56 seconds gone here in the second quarter. It's a 22-3 Indiana lead. Maya James fires it up court. Over to the left side, James back to Jones, cutting inward. Ball's out of bounds, and they're going to say it's out on Indiana. Rightfully so. Bella Antonacci looked to have her hand on it last. Stoppage will allow Emily Betzinger to check in. She's got a bucket tonight. In for Kugler. Both teams keeping a nice steady rotation going for both sides. Jones will inbound to the left elbow for James, trying to fight inward. She'll instead take a contested shot from the left elbow. It's off the glass, off the rim, and into the hands of Bella Antonacci. Takes it to the opposite side, swing pass to Betzinger. It's a loose ball. Betsy trying to fight for it. She somehow does, but instead fires it. Miscommunication to Bella Antonacci. Casey Glaze takes it end to end. A whistle and a walk. 9th turnover of the game for Gateway. Emily Ferraro returns to the floor for Indiana. First game of the month of January for Indiana. Next time they'll play will be January 8th when they're at Franklin Regional at 7:30. Gateway got their January portion started last night in a 49-31 loss to Kiski area. On the Indiana end, Julie Antonacci takes the pass from Emily Ferraro, looking for something underneath. Instead, opts to Bella Antonacci on the right arc. Pushes it inside to the key to Betzinger, off the glass and in. 24-3. Indiana again running away with it. On the opposite end, Lovelace driving, facing two defenders. Can't get the shot to go in. Ferraro on the defensive rebound. To the other end, Ferraro contains it. Changes direction, though, now to the right corner. Just inside the arc is Stossel, who dishes it back out to Ferraro. Looking to the left side, ball's tipped in the air by Casey Glaze. I think that went off her head, and it goes out of bounds. Trinity Reese and Cassie Boyer return for their respective teams, and Lakin Kugler are laid at in. See some of the Indiana boys here. They were in action last night, beating Greensburg-Salem on the road by 1 point. You can read the recap at WDADradio.com. Julia Antonacci fires to Bella off the inbound pass, looking inside, instead finds Julia left corner three, and she sinks it. 27-3 as Julia Antonacci hits yet another three-point shot. Ball's loose, 5 count begins. There's no urgency coming from Jones. Finally slaps it. She's able to get it in just in the nick of time. Not sure what happened there. Glaze taking it end over end. Shot is no good. Boyer rips it out of the air. Hands it off to Julie Antonacci, and in transition, Indiana goes back to work. Ferraro takes it up top. Back to Bella on the left side. 5:11 to go in the second quarter. It's a 27-3 Indiana lead. From the left elbow, Bella's shot can't hit. But right there is Cassie Boyer to bring it down. Bella with a redemption three this time, and she sinks it. 30-3. Indiana with the lead.
3 points.
4 3-pointers hit tonight, all of them. Well, yep, all for Indiana. And again, Hutton Blues 3 for 3. They're bringing that promotion back this year. $1 to the Teddy Bear Fund Drive for every 3-point field goal made. And they'll donate up to $3,000 to Renda Media's Teddy Bear Fund Drive. The left elbow, Trinity Reese lost the ball. 10th turnover for Gateway. Boyer taking it to the opposite end. Instead finds Julia. Short distance away from the right elbow. Jumper is no good. Boyer fighting off 3 defenders. Somehow gets her hand on the ball and a jump ball called. Who's this going to go for? It's going to go for Indiana. 4:14 to go in the second period. Betzinger will return to the floor for Indiana, and so will Addie Hutton. Inbound pass going to Kugler, and she puts it up hard from the right side. 32-3 now, Indiana with the lead. At the 4-minute mark, 32-3 Indiana. They took a commanding lead, starting things off with an 11-2 run. Shooting foul called on Indiana as Gateway trying to get some points on the board. It's going to be on Addie Hutton, and then that'll send
It's time for immediate timeout, I think.
Anela Jordan to the line, and we should have immediate timeout. And we do. 3:56 to go in the first half. It's been all Indiana, 32-3 the score from 5th Street Gym on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD and live streaming on Renta Digital TV.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
3:56 to go in the second quarter. Indiana with a 32-3 lead over the visiting Gateway Gators. Coming to you tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking, member FDIC. Anela Jordan to the line, fouled before the break. Looking to cut into this deficit. Gateway has not scored since they trailed Indiana by 10 halfway through the first quarter. And that's snapped now, 32-4 following the first free throw. And the second of two swishes through, 32-5. The right side, Ferraro with it. Indiana back to work, just looking to continue to add the fuel to the fire. Ferraro has it up top. Cuts through the center lane, little floater, and that trickles through. 34-5 as Ferraro gets into the scoring column. Jordan across half court. No, excuse me, that's Jordan. Out of the left corner. Almost through the hands of Layla Rocco, just entering the game. Dish it out for Casey Glaze. Driving the arc, and a defensive foul on Emily Betzinger.
Also, white 30, Betzinger. Ball out of bounds.
Not a shooting foul. Will take it out from the baseline left. As Julie Antonacci returns to the floor for Addie Hutton. Jones slaps the ball. Dishes it inbounds. Jones ends up with it from the corner on the left for three. It's no good. Antonacci, Bella that is, on the uncontested rebound. She takes it across half court from the center lane. Driving the right, dishes it to Ferraro at the corner. Steps back, thought about shooting the three, nothing there. Bella's in the corner. Looks inside, nothing there. She'll bounce it right back out. Now double team for a split second. Several hands on the ball, but Indiana able to prevail. Julia with it on the left elbow after taking the feeding pass from Stella Stossel. Stossel ends up with it in the right-hand corner. Up top to Antonacci, to the center of the key for Betzinger, dishing it to Stossel, now out to Ferraro. Great ball movement by Indiana. Julie Antonacci now for three from the left, it's no good. Aaron Webb thought so too in the student section. Goes out of bounds, and Indiana will maintain possession. Szymanski checks in for Gateway once again, and Boyer now on the floor again for Indiana. Antonacci inbounds to Betzinger, who goes up hard from the right. It's now a 31-point game. Jordan taking her time, 2:15 to go in the second quarter. It's 36-5 Indiana. Things hold, we might enter that third quarter in the mercy roll. Jones looking up top. Miscommunication, it's in the back court. I don't know if it was tipped or not. Ferraro in a foot race with it. Jump ball called, and it's going to be Gateway ball.
Jump ball goes to the Gators.
Addie Hutton returns to the floor for Indiana off the stoppage, and Denasia James back out on the floor for Gateway. 1:59 to go in the quarter, 36-5 Indiana. Everything just going in their way here early on.
I think that was 15, Siobhan Williams.
Siobhan Williams, number 15. I don't have her on the roster, but Pat Snyder picking me up with the name pronunciation. Up top at 1:45. Kugler lining up at the scores table. She will re-enter for Indiana next time out. Loose ball underneath. Jordan picks it up. Shot, no good. It seemed like it was blocked right out of her hands. And then Coach Michael Franciscus calls for a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take 30 seconds, and we'll be back in just a moment with the score 36-5 in favor of Indiana. 92 seconds to play in the first half. Back in 30 on WDAD.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today.
36-5 Indiana with a 31-point lead. 92 seconds left in the first half. Glad you can join us. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Decent crowd on tap tonight for a Thursday night. See some folks here, obviously. As we mentioned earlier, the voice of Duquesne men's basketball, Ray Goss here, broadcasting Hall of Famer. Someone soon to be in the broadcasting Hall of Fame, Pat Doherty. Pat's with his family down there in the one end zone of it. He'll look back at this, and I'm sure I'll get a text saying, yeah, I'll be in the Broadcast Hall of Fame very soon. If there was a Hall of Fame for somebody who could tell me my exact score, or at least host a powwow after every morning on Indiana in the Morning with our True and False segment on Wednesdays, Pat would be the first inductee unanimously. Minute 30 to go off the timeout. Indiana with the balls. Julie Antonacci brings it across over to Lakin Kugler to the right. Now Emily Betzinger, center of the key. Swing pass to Kugler, offline, and it goes out of bounds. Only the fourth turnover for Indiana so far. Gateway with it at a minute 17. Coming up next, our halftime report. Stick around. We'll recap very one-sided first half. Give you some stats as well. Driving inward.
That was 15. Williams, 2 points.
Williams on the bucket. Ferraro almost lost the ball. Now to the left corner for Julie Antonacci. Hutton up top. Looking for something. Instead opts to go to Betzinger. Swing pass to the center of the key. Julia now to the right for Ferraro. Just going to keep wasting some time. Now to the corner for Julia. Nothing there up top to Ferraro. Pass intended for Hutton. Tipped out of bounds by Jordan. Keeps things in Indiana's possession momentarily, but it does allow Maya Jones to return to the floor for Gateway. 37.9 seconds on the clock before the halftime break. 36-7, Indiana with a lead. Addie Hutton driving baseline left. Ball's tipped and intercepted. 5th turnover for Indiana. Jordan with it. Looking to create some opportunities from the right side. Goes up hard shot. A little too short. Kugler's right there on the board. To the right side, Addie Hutton. Dish pass to the left for Ferraro. Was it tipped? No, it's going to be a turnover for Indiana. They've had 3 turnovers in the past 45 seconds. Fatigue might be starting to set in. 16.6 seconds left before the half. Jones will inbound. Indiana not so much a full court press. A couple trailers up top. With it is Denasia James. Fires it up top to Jordan. They got 7 seconds to make something count. Jordan fires a Curry-esque 3. No, too hard off the backboard. 1 second left. Kugler won't attempt a half-court shot. And that brings us to the half with the score Indiana 36 and Gateway 7. Don't go anywhere. Our halftime report is coming your way next. We'll recap this first half And we'll give you a look at halftime stats as well. That and more coming up next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana.
Essential to the success of the team.
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
So what sets S&T apart from other financial institutions is that they are visionary. Now, we understand that it is partially about the numbers, but they know it's not just about the numbers. It's about the management team, it's about the strategic and business plan, it's about how the team is going to execute on that. In short, S&T gets it. Quite honestly, we couldn't have done it without S&T.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations. And right now, Luther Ford has the wheels and they're making deals. Buy a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E and save $10,000 and everyone qualifies. Or lease a new 2023 Ford Escape Active all-wheel drive. Just $388 a month for 36 months with no money down. Luther Ford, two great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tylinski.
And I'm Rebecca Donahue.
The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all Little Indians video broadcasts this year.
Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. You can find us online at beyondthesunsetpets.com.
When choosing a pet crematory, the crematory you choose does make a difference.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Hey, welcome you back to 5th Street Gym at the half. It's 36-7 Indiana with the lead. They had it from the opening tip. They scored 9 unanswered points, and after a Gateway field goal, they added 4 more. The opening bucket of the game was a 3-pointer by Julia Antonacci. Lakin Kugler followed with back-to-back buckets of her own. Cassie Boyer added another. Kugler and then Emily Betzinger for the first time tonight made it 13-2. A free throw by Gateway made it 13-3, but then Indiana just put their foot on the gas pedal, scoring 20 unanswered points. Actually, 19, and bringing it to 32-3. And then Gateway, them and Indiana shot back and forth. 2 free throws made by Anela Jordan made it 32-5 at the moment. Then Emily Ferraro got into the scoring column with a field goal. Cassie Boyer followed to make it a 36-5 game. And then Williams for Gateway put on the cherry on top, and that brings a score at the half. Indiana 36 and Gateway 7. A lot of stats for Indiana, not so many for Gateway. Let's take a look at the Gators. Leading the way in points is Anela Jordan with 4, 2 of them on a field goal, the other 2 in free throws. Aubrey Lovelace, 1 point. She went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And then Williams, as we said, a bucket for her as well. And leading the rebounding category was Maya Jones. She has 2, 1 apiece for Aubrey Lovelace and Rachel Szymanski. As a team, Gateway is shooting 3 of 6, 50% from the charity stripe. And on the opposite page for Indiana, leading the scoring, tied at 8 points apiece, is Bella Antonacci and Lakin Kugler with 6 points. Julia Antonacci and Emily Betzinger. 4 points for Cassie Boyer, all of them coming in the first quarter. And Emily Ferraro came in off the bench. She got 2 points in that second quarter. And then tied for the team lead with 4 rebounds apiece is Lakin Kugler and Cassie Boyer. And from the free throw line, Indiana's only had 1 chance, 2 shots, and they converted both of them. Those thanks to Addie Hutton, who shot them back in the first quarter. So in total, 7 Indians on the board, while 8 have appeared on the floor. and 3 Gators in the scoring column. Again, pretty one-sided affair so far here at 5th Street Gym. It's Indiana 36 and Gateway 7. Stay tuned. Third quarter of action coming your way next. And our coverage tonight on the radio is presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center, Better Health, Better Life on Renda Digital TV, by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. And as always, we're coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. 36-7 Indiana with the lead at the half. Third quarter of action coming your way next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Hello, this is Jay
And Shannon.
from Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Renda Digital TV is Indiana County's leading live stream service. Our team of dedicated producers and on-air personalities work hard to bring you network-level event and sports coverage to your fingertips. And if you can't make it, every live stream is archived, so you never miss a minute. And for you IUP football fans, Renda Digital TV is the exclusive home of Hawk Talk, airing every Monday during the season. Subscribe to Renda Digital TV for free today. The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com.
WDAD.
Ready for the third quarter from 5th Street Gym. Indiana looking to build onto their 36-7 lead over the Gateway Gators. We're coming to you tonight from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking, member FDIC. Jake Slobodnik joining you. Garrett Clark is our studio engineer. Back in our WDAD studios, handling the radio side of things. Sam Snedden, who is moving the camera tonight. Laura Slobodnik providing the stats. That's our entire crew here for Renda Media. Glad to have you along for tonight. Closing in on Mercy Rule territory here as we enter the second half. And Indiana, I'm sure, would love to make a big statement win here tonight. Especially now that we're heading into the meat of section play. Again, Indiana will be at Franklin Regional January 8th, which is Monday. And then they'll be back home to face Woodland Hills, a game we'll have for you on both the radio and Renda Digital TV, tipping off at 7:30. And then they embark on 3 straight road games. And the biggest one will be January 15th when they're on the road to take on the Plum Mustangs. Now, Indiana and Plum, as it stands tonight, are tied for first in the Section 5A1 in the WPIAL girls basketball race. If Indiana gets over Plum, they could leapfrog them into first place. And but then they have another tough challenge against Penn Hills, who's currently behind them by a half game in the 5A1 standings on the 19th. Then they face South Fayette out of conference or out of section then. Underway in the third quarter, Indiana with the ball to start things off. Addie Hutton has it for Indiana. They're going to trade off assignments here until it ends up in Julian Tenacy's arms. Now over to Cassie Boyer, who lays it up and in from the left side.
Cassie Boyer, 2 points.
38-7. Nayla Jordan brings it up court for Gateway on their first offensive possession here in quarter number 3. Jordan from the right elbow puts up a shot. Line drives it off the rim, but it ends up in the hands of Maya Jones, who's matched up with Addie Hutton in the left corner. Gateway operating right to left, and that one's stolen away by Lakin Kugler. Kugler driving, finding Julia Antonacy. Bella Antonacy down the corner. Back to Julia. Pass almost got away from her, but she corrals it. Boyer driving that right lane, finds some clearing. Another one off the glass, this time from the right side, and it's in 40-7. Cassie Boyer back-to-back buckets to open up the second half. Jordan with it, this time taking it to the right. Again, Gateway taking it right to left across your viewing or listening device. Foul called as Casey Glaze was tripped up by Cassie Boyer. It's going to be a foul on Boyer.
Fouls on Boyer.
Indiana will operate left to right next time they have the ball. Glazed inbounds finds Jordan over to Jones, slips through her hands, and down the court goes Lakin Kugler, streaking from the right, goes up hard from the right, and they're going to call a charge on Kugler that turns the ball over for Indiana.
Fouls on.
Could even from up here, Kugler was not happy with that call. That would have put Kugler in double digits too had that bucket counted. Cross half court, here comes Jordan, driving. Maya Jones back up top. Here's Glaze looking to the right. Danaea James, shot no good into the hands of Addie Hutton. Fires it up court to Bella Antonacy. Swing pass down low to Boyer for her third straight bucket, and she gets it. 42-7. Cassie Boyer, 3 straight buckets to open up the second half. Across the court, Jordan once again. This time over to James. Or to Jones, excuse me. Now to James from the left side. Off balance shot, no good. Kugler comes down with it. Julian Tenacy over to Addie Hutton. Fakes to the right. Dribbles it back up top. Now finds Bella Antonacy from the arc. No good. Brought down is Lakin Kugler. Another rebound for her. Cassie Boyer up to Bella. They'll try it again up 42-7. Almost think this is a football game. Addie Hutton up top. Here's Lakin Kugler once again looking to the center of the key. Hutton dishes it out to the left corner for Antonacy for 3. 45-7. Gators back across half court. 4:24 to go in the third. In the wise words of Jack Benedict, this is where we find out how good of broadcasters we really are. But not before Gateway calls a timeout. 4:13 to go in the third quarter. The 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30 on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hey.
Classic Hits 1450.
WDAD.
4:13 to go in the third quarter. Wish you could get do-overs again coming in from break. But 45-7, Indiana with the lead over Gateway. Jake Slobodnik joining you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Glad to have you along tonight. Indiana returning home for the first game of 2024. And everybody, including Coach Franciscus, smiles across their face. But they still got a lot of time. 45-7, they're up. They go back to work on defense as the Gators and Maya Jones take it in from in front of the spectators on the far side of the gym. Danae James fires it across the court, and she's able to hit her target. That's Kiki Pitts, and now the shot is no good, but it's a foul on the floor. Danae James with the foul, and it's going to be on Emily Betzinger. And we have a timeout on the floor. 3:52 to go at the media timeout. It's a 60-second timeout. We'll be back in 60. This is an IRMC High School Sports Night and coverage of the Indiana Little Indians here on WDAD and live streaming on Renda Digital TV.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tylinski.
And I'm Rebecca Donahue.
The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all Little Indians video broadcasts this year.
Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. You can find us online at beyondthesunsetpets.com.
When choosing a pet crematory, the crematory you choose does make a difference.
WDAD Indiana.
Off the media timeout, Gateway to the free throw line, looking for some free points, down 45-7, 3:52 to go in the third quarter of play. And to the line for Gateway is Denasia James. And she has not been to the free throw line yet today. First of two on the way, James sinks it. And the second on the way, that's too hard off the back iron. Coming down with it is Stella Stossel. She's seen her playing time increase tonight. 45-8 the score, Indiana ahead, 3:44 to go. Emily Ferraro with it, brings it up top to Addie Hutton. Stella Stossel taking it from the right, finding Julie Antonacci up top, now to Ferraro, right side arc. Right side for Addie Hutton, looking something down low, nothing there. She'll find it to Stossel up top. Now to the right side for Betzinger. Ferraro all by herself in the right corner. They instead go to Julie up top. Both seniors, Antonacci and Boyer, are out for the moment. And Julia from the right side, three. Doesn't nail it. Flying in is Addie Hutton on the offensive rebound, and Emily Ferraro will take it out. Here's Stella Stossel looking down low. To the right side, Addie Hutton fakes a shot, dribbling up top over to Ferraro on the left. Under 3 to play at 2:55. Antonacci to the right side, Addie Hutton. Now to Stella Stossel, to Betzinger, posting up on the right. Hutton for three from the corner, shot too short. Stossel on the offensive rebound. Indiana goes back to work up top, 2:39 here in the third quarter. Ferraro taking some contact, nothing called. Addie Hutton on the right side arc, finding Julie Antonacci up top. Betzinger with it. Quick little handoff at the top of the key to Hutton. They're just going to keep wasting some time. They're in position to do so, and to the left side is Ferraro. Julie Antonacci takes it, center of the key to Stossel, back out. They're just going to keep working the ball around the arc, trying to waste some time off the clock. At 2:10, Hutton up top to Julie Antonacci. Betzinger goes up hard from the right side, draws the foul, and she'll go to the line to shoot two as the clock continues to run.
Fouls on 13, that's James.
Denasia James on the foul. And Betzinger will go to the line. Clock stopped at 1:58. Slew of substitutions coming in for Gateway. It'll be Rachel Szymanski, Layla Rocco, Aubrey Lovelace, Trinity Reese, Shania Williams. And the second of two by Betzinger is in. Goes 1 for 2, and Coach Michael Franciscus will call a timeout. And we will keep it right here. 46-8 the score. We'll keep it with you as we just update the old scorebook here. And again, busy January schedule for Indiana coming their way in just a little bit. On Monday, they're at Franklin Regional. They have a 3-day layoff before they return home to face Woodland Hills. We'll have that game for you on WDAD and Renda Digital TV. Obviously, broadcast information subject to change. Indiana then on the road for 3 straight games. I have to take a look at that. I bolded South Fayette as if they were playing at home, but then I listed it as them being on the road, so pause on that. They will play South Fayette on the 22nd. It's all a matter of where is that going to be. They play Kiski area at home on the 23rd. Indiana looking for a sweep there against the Cavaliers. Then they're at Gateway to end the month. So they're against Gateway at home to start January, then they're at them to end the month. Well, they're at South Fayette. I just forgot to unbold that one. So that is true. 3 straight road games. Month of February, they host Franklin Regional on Groundhog Day. They're at Woodland Hills the following night at 7:30. 2 straight home games, one of them section play against Plum and then DuBois Central Catholic. They round out their regular season on the 12th of February with a trip to DuBois to take on the Beavers. Off the timeout, Indiana with a 46-8 lead. Over to the left side, here's Szymanski. Williams up top. Took a couple extra steps, but got away with it as Gateway still has the ball. Szymanski taking it. Aubrey Lovelace driving the left. Step back tray coming your way. It's no good. Betzinger comes down with the rebound. She's able to get a bounce pass off to Addie Hutton. She takes it to the opposite end by firing it to Julie Antonacci. A little bit of clearing on the right. Dishes it to Stella Stossel up top for Hutton. Now to the center of the key for Betsy. She goes up hard from the right. Shot off the side of the rim. Fighting for the ball is Trinity Reese, and she comes away with it. 1:12 to go in the third quarter. Gators just trying to break double digits here. Rocco with it on the left side. Now to Reese in the left corner, driving the baseline left. Caught between 2 defenders, able to get to Szymanski. Under a minute at 58 seconds to play in the third. Looking up top, here's Lovelace commanding traffic. 52 seconds and counting. Szymanski looking for the posting Reese. She's able to get it to her, but then she turns the ball over, is off her fingertips, and she bounces it out of bounds. Clock still running at 37 seconds. We are in the mercy roll. Julie Antonacci brings it across at 25 seconds. Betzinger with it. Dribbles it across, now to Ferraro, just a little handoff, trying to waste some time. Heading toward the tail end of the third quarter. Looking down low to the posting Betzinger, nothing there. Williams playing her tight. Hutton with it on the left, dishes it to the far side for Ferraro. Trying to dribble between 2 defenders, she loses her balance. She's going to turn the ball over, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. Indiana still running away with this one by a score of 46-8. Our fourth quarter of action coming your way next. Our coverage tonight presented by the Indiana Regional Medical Center and on Renda Digital TV by the Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory. Fourth quarter of action coming your way next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance.
Hi, I'm Andrew Tylinski.
And I'm Rebecca Donahue.
The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of All Little Indians video broadcast this year.
Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. You can find us online at beyondthesunsetpets.com.
When choosing a pet crematory, the crematory you choose does make a difference.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
AM 1450 WDAD.
Back with you for the fourth quarter of action from 5th Street Gym. 46-8, Indiana with the lead over Gateway. Trying to take a commanding start to the month of January, heading into a busy schedule. We'll play this entire fourth quarter under the mercy rule. Layla Rocco gets it in, and we are underway for the final 8. Gateway just trying to claw their way back. Rocco almost loses it. Finds Williams on the right side. Ball's tipped, and it's a foot race spot. Szymanski comes away with it, beating Emily Ferraro to the punch. Szymanski over to Aubrey Lovelace. Fans, stick around after the game. We'll have our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. We'll name our Gooden Associates Good Player of the Game. We'll also talk with Coach Franciscus and possibly some players as well. Jump ball called as Williams tried driving left. Nothing there. Be a turnover for Gateway, and it'll be Indiana ball. Julian Tenacey brings it across. Again, both seniors on the bench for Indiana. To the right side for Hutton. We'll go over who's currently on the floor for either squad in just a moment. Stella Stossel with it on the right side. Here's Emily Ferraro. Top of the key, dishes to Betzinger. Julian Tenacey now Hutton for three. No good, too short. Julian Tenacey not too short. She comes down with the rebound over two defenders. Stella Stossel goes up underneath, and she draws the foul. She'll go to the line. On the court for Indiana, Julian Tenacey, Stella Stossel, who's at the foul line, Emily Betzinger, Addie Hutton, and Emily Ferraro. For Gateway, Szymanski, Lovelace, Rocco, Williams, and Reese. Coming on in just a moment will be Naira Reed. The front end no good by Stossel. And the second by Stossel falls in. 47-8 the score. And Gateway will take it. On the opposite end, Reed able to dish it off to Williams, who swing passes underneath, and that's stripped away. Fourth turnover of the half, 14th overall for Gateway. Now down to the posting. Betzinger, the reverse is no good. Stossel follows the shot, gets the rebound. Her shot's no good. Redemption jumper for Betzinger falls in. It's 49-8. At the 6-minute mark, Gateway back on the offensive. Here's Layla Rocco on the left side. Little dump-off pass to Williams, who's guarded heavily by Stossel. Finding Szymanski driving baseline left. Her shot, little floater, and it goes in, and Gateway breaks double digits. 49-10. Leading pass up court for Betzinger. Took her off her feet. Now to Emily Ferraro. Back to Betsy. Pops a three. No good. Right there, though, is Stossel, and the putback from the left lane is good. 51-10. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor for Gateway. They'll talk things over. 5:22 to go in the game. 51-10, Indiana over Gateway. Back with you in a moment on an IRMC High School Sports Night on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
The engineering firm of Young & Associates is proud to sponsor high school athletics. With offices in Indiana, Katanning, and Johnstown, Young & Associates is a full-service engineering, surveying, and design firm for private, public, and municipal entities, covering Western Pennsylvania, delivering solutions in a timely and cost-competitive manner. To see how they can be of service to you, go online to wjyaengineers.com.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Hello, this is Jay.
DAD.
5:22 to go in regulation. It is 51-10 Indiana ahead of Gateway. Coming to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, people forward banking. Jake Slobodnik joining you. It's been a one-sided affair since the opening tip. Indiana jumped out to a quick 9-0 lead, and they carried a 36-7 lead at halftime. Cassie Boyer sent the game into the mercy roll with a layup to start off the third quarter. Since then, Indiana has just been on cruise control. Off the timeout, Layla Rocco to the right side. Williams back up top. Right side driving is Szymanski. Shot's no good. Jump ball called as new face for Indiana out there. It's Emma Todd. Good to see her out there. She came out of the JV game with a bit of a leg injury, but it's good to see her back out there. Todd in her freshman year, standing 5'3" as a guard on the roster. Long-range shot no good by Gateway. Rocco comes down with a rebound, and she's fouled soon after. And it looks like a lot of the regulars for Indiana High will be sitting the rest of the game, and I'm sure Coach Franciscus will try to get, as I have to get this matchup, or the break board off the Renda Digital TV stream. Rocco with a front end is good.
Anna Carnevale checks in, number 10.
Anna Carnival in for the game for Indiana. Carnival in her sophomore year, standing 5'7", listed as a guard. Szymanski comes down with a rebound. It's 51-11. Denasia James with it up top. Williams up top to Szymanski. Fakes out the defender and then loses the ball. Claire Stewart had it. Now Carnival falling on top of it. Whistle blows. It's going to be Indiana ball.
Indiana's turn. Jump ball.
Stella Stossel will inbound to Emma Todd, but not before we have immediate timeout on the floor. 3:58 to go in regulation. It's 51-11 Indiana over Gateway. Don't go anywhere. And wrap this one up here in just a moment here on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Hello, this is Jay.
And Shannon.
From Hutton Blues Insurance. We pride ourselves on building strong personal relationships with our clients.
We are an independent agency offering you the best coverage at the best rate. When you buy insurance, whether it's for your home, car, business, or life, you want an advocate working in your best interests. And that's Hutton Blues Insurance, Route 119 North, just outside of Indiana.
We're also honored to have been voted in the top 2 insurance companies in the 23-24 Best of Indiana County contest.
Thank you, Indiana County.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
3:58 to go in this one. It's been all Indiana. 51-11 the score. Emma Todd, fresh off the bench, will bring it across half court. Behind the back dribble, nifty ball movement. Carnival with it on the left side. Top, Claire Stewart. Now over to Stella Stossel to the right side. Back to Todd. Pulls up about 15 feet, and she sinks it. Welcome to the scoring column, Emma Todd. 53-11. Now a long-range shot coming by Reed for Gateway. It's no good. It'll trail out of bounds, and Indiana gets possession once again. Gateway makes a slew of substitutions, returning to the floor. Had the roster in front of me. It's Casey Glaze, Kiki Pitts, Denasia James, and Maya Jones all returning to the floor. Claire Stewart with it on the right side. Anna Carnival has the ball stripped away from her for the moment, but goes out of bounds. Clock still rolling at 2:55. Stossel inbound right beside the scores table and then shoots it right through Emma Todd's legs, and it goes out of bounds. 9th turnover of the game for Indiana. But with a score like this, you have some room for error. And for Indiana, this is a good opportunity for them to get some of their younger legs in, some varsity minutes, rest some of the regulars. Big matchup against Franklin Regional coming up in 4 days. Gateway with it. Here comes Jones. Downloaded James. She clinks it off the bottom of the backboard and ends up in Emma Todd's hands. Left side for Stella Stossel. Dishes it back up top. Again, a reminder, coming up after the conclusion of this one, we'll have our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. Betzinger took one too many steps underneath as she took a shot to the eye. It's 10th turnover for Indiana. So Sofiana Sudoku and Allison Lichtenfels are in the game for Indiana. Some freshmen coming in. As we said, first Commonwealth Bank postgame show coming up next. We'll name our Gooden Associates Good Player of the Game, as we do after every Indiana High broadcast. We'll also chat with Coach Franciscus and our Gooden Associates Good Player of the Game. It's funny how that works. Down low, James goes up hard from the right side and breaks the scoring drought, 53-13.
James, 2 points.
Two-pointer brings it 53-13, a minute 16 to play. Lichtenfels driving, Sudoku with it, over to Carnival. Back to Lichtenfels, who takes a shot underneath from James, and they're going to take it out of bounds at the minute mark. From the baseline right.
Fouls on 13, James.
It's going to be on James. Claire Stewart will inbound from the right side. Inbound pass goes to Sudoku. Goes up hard from the left, shot's no good. Two Gators fight over it, and then the ball goes out of bounds. Sudoku. Pronunciation gene in me has been not working tonight. Been putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. 27 seconds to go in regulation. It's a 40-point affair in favor of Indiana. Gateway just trying to bring it on the better side of 40. Ball's almost loose, but they corral it. James driving from the right. Shot's no good. Lichtenfels comes down with a rebound, forces two Gators to collide. It's a 2-on-2 on the opposite end of the court. Sudoku driving from the left side up. Took a shot, no whistle, and the refs just want to get this one over with, and likely so. At the end of the game, Indiana a commanding 53-13 lead over the visiting Gateway Gators. Our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show is coming your way next. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. At the end of this one, 53-13 Indiana on WDAD and on Renda Digital TV.
We're the lifeblood of the community.
It's so much more than just a job.
So good patient care is providing top quality care, but also in a timely fashion.
They don't need to go to Pittsburgh for that. They can stay right here in their backyard.
So when a patient walks into your office, you receive them as your family member.
A patient leaves my office feeling heard.
And the focus truly is on what will get us our best patient outcome.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations. And right now, Luther Ford has the wheels and they're making deals. Buy a new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E and save $10,000 and everyone qualifies. Or lease a new 2023 Ford Escape Active all-wheel drive. Just $388 a month for 36 months with no money down. Luther Ford, two great locations, Route 119 Homer City and Admiral Perry Highway, Evansburg.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is very proud to be the presenting sponsor of all Indiana Little Indians video broadcasts this season.
Hi, this is Rebecca Donahue.
And I'm Andrew Tylinski. Last year, we had overwhelming support from the community, watching and celebrating the accomplishments of these young student athletes.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home is committed to community involvement and cherishing the special moments that sports create in our children's lives.
Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Final score tonight, 53-13, Indiana winning it over Gateway and in commanding fashion. Jake Slobodnik joining you on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank. Time to be first, member FDIC. It was all Indiana from the opening tip. Opened up things on a 9-0 scoring run, and they just put it in the back of their bag for the rest of the game. And the biggest thing that stood out, limited Gateway to just 1 point that third quarter. They outscored them 19-3 in the first, 17-4 in the second. Cassie Boyer opened the third quarter on a field goal layup to send things into the mercy roll, and then they outscored the Gators 10-1. It was a shootout back and forth. The JV teams for both sides started trickling in, but Indiana comes out on top 53-11. Final look at tonight's stats for Indiana. Two people in double digits figures. 11 points for Bella Antonacci. She was the leading scorer. Cassie Boyer with 10 points and 4 rebounds. 9 points for Emily Betzinger. 8 points for Lakin Kugler and 6 rebounds as well. And Indiana, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players in the stat column, or in the scoring column. Allison Lichtenfels, who trickled in the fourth quarter, added a rebound as well. So you add it all up, 10 out of 13 players found the stat category tonight. Some saw some valuable varsity minutes. So an all-around good night for Indiana, one way or another. And we're awaiting the arrival of Coach Michael Franciscus and our Good Associates Good Player of the Game, who we will name coming up after this timeout as our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show continues. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. Coach and a player coming your way next on WDAD and Renda Digital TV.
Hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your local Erie agent is William G. Meckling Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 724-465-4261 or visit mecklinginsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hey, Indiana sports fans! Good & Associates Insurance Agency is proud to support Indiana high sports. The team at Good & Associates live and work in Indiana and have been serving this great community since 1955. At Good & Associates, the priority is doing what is best for the clients, helping families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. The agency will be there every step of the way. Contact your trusted community advisor today, Good & Associates Insurance, to get a quote. 724-465-8887.
DAD.
Back with you at 5th Street Gym. It is 53-13. I don't know why that score didn't change, or maybe it was my fault. 53-13, the final score in favor of Indiana over the Gateway Gators. Jake Slobodnik joining you as we continue with our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first, member FDIC. I see Coach making his way up here. He is just power walking up here. And have Sam turn the camera around as we welcome in Coach. And give him this as well. And to do something special, since we have such a sizable win tonight, we're going to name 2 Good & Associates Good Players of the game. Coach, let me make sure I have the audio here, and I do. 53-13, real commanding win to start things off in January. A lot went right for you. Very little went wrong. Take me through your thoughts on that game.
I think we really talked before the game about having a really strong entire first half. I mean, you and I have talked before, Jake, about we have really good second quarters, but we think that we needed a really complete first half tonight in the first and second. That's exactly what we ended up getting, a 29-point lead going into halftime. And then we also did a good job of extending it, like we just talked about in the locker room. Ended up winning the second half by 11 points as well. So I think it was a good all-around effort the entire time, and everybody contributed. Really proud of the girls.
It feels like your team was due for a big win like this, especially on your home court. I feel like you believed in them that they could get to this point throughout the entire season. Tonight we saw it come to fruition.
Yeah, I was 100% sure that we had it in us tonight to have a big win, and we executed enough to do it. And I'm really proud of our effort at practice to make this happen, and we're looking to continue this throughout next week as well.
You're able to get a solid rotation in there, too. You brought in some JV girls. We saw a lot of freshmen, sophomore get some valuable minutes, even some getting into the stat column as well. How important is it, as we get into the meat of the schedule, to rest some of your regulars, keep them ready for these bigger matchups, play some of those younger players, and get them some varsity experience?
I think it's really valuable for the future, both for this season, to make sure that we have a deep team where everybody can contribute, and then just developing our program for the future. I'm really happy to see for example, Emma Todd got her first varsity points tonight. I really think it was a really valuable effort all around from all 13 that were available tonight. Got to see some time, and I think it's really valuable for the future, like I said, of this season and next.
Well, you got two of your stars of the game here. I know they had some abridged time because they spent a lot of it on the bench in that second half, and rightfully so with the lead as big as it is. Let's start with Lagan. I mean, she just came out on top tonight, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. That's unofficial, at least in my book. Really, it seemed like a breakout game for her.
Absolutely. I mean, Lakin had a really good first quarter. I mean, really strong, got us off to a really good start. I mean, when we were up by 11-2, I mean, she had a lot of, really huge plays that got us a big lead early, and we were able to command the rest of the game from there, and her defense is always where it needs to be, on and off the ball. Really valuable effort on both sides from her tonight, and always on the boards as well, and it was a really good effort by Lakin.
Cass as well. I mean, just coming from the start of the season on the injured list and making her way back into the starting rotation. She's flying in there tonight. You couldn't even tell that she was ever ailed by an injury. And 10 points as well, a couple key rebounds as well. Something you're used to seeing throughout the year.
Oh, yeah.
Take me through her performance.
I mean, I think it was the best game I've seen Cassie play since her return. She had, I think it was just a really good effort, and we're moving in the right direction as a team to make sure that we are really in a good spot moving forward. We played really consistent tonight and executed, and Cassie had 10 huge points for us, and it was just back in double figures, a really valuable effort, and it was just helped us control the game, and I think it was a really good effort by both of our starting post players here.
You embark on a pretty tough January schedule. You're at Franklin Regional in just 4 days. You're back home to face Woodland Hills in 3 straight road games. 2 of them against the 2 of the remaining top 3 teams in the WPIAL Section 5A1, Plum and Penn Hills. How does this win sort of set the tone for the remainder of January?
We talked in the locker room and at practice saying we have 5 straight section games coming up here, and we needed to win our first one to put ourselves, set a good tone here, and remain undefeated in the section, and keep moving in that direction to make sure that we accomplish all our goals this season, one of which is definitely competing for a section title. And I think that we did that tonight, and we did it in a commanding way through execution and great energy. And I'm really proud of the way we were able to do that, and we're just going to keep taking it one game at a time. Next one up is Franklin Regional, and we're going to make sure that we are as ready as we can possibly be to play them. Back in the gym tomorrow for practice, and we're going to make sure that we are just using our time wisely to get ready for another sizable opponent in Franklin Regional, a good team.
Should be a good vibe practice here tomorrow. Coach, congratulations. You're 1-0 to start off January. Best of luck moving forward. We'll see you when you guys return home to face Woodland Hills.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jake.
Coach Michael Franciscus of the Indiana Little Indians, and we'll have him head his headset off to one of our 2 Gooden Associates good players of the game. We'll start things off with sophomore Lakin Kugler. Lakin, really, you guys took a commanding lead early. You were out there for the majority of it, and you helped out as well. What's your impression of tonight's win?
I thought we played really well together. We worked really hard in practice yesterday to get this win, and I just hope we keep doing what we're doing and keep getting wins.
Now, you had some of your classmates out there as well, a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen. Did it feel more comfortable as the game went on, or is it just one of those things where, who cares who's out there, who cares what the score is? We're out there trying to do as much damage as possible.
I think it doesn't really matter who's out there. We work really well together. Definitely because I've been working with my sophomore buddies forever, that it helps to have that chemistry on the team. But either way, I think we really work together as a team, no matter who's out there.
How important is it for you guys to start off this new year, 2024, on a winning note, especially as commanding as this one?
I think it's really important because it gives us that strength and drive to keep going and keep getting wins.
Talk to me a little bit about the chemistry. Coach Franciscus and I always talk about that. And, as one of the up-and-coming leaders of this team, you've got to have some good chemistry if you want to come out winners. Take me through how he's sort of kept you guys in a positive light throughout the entire season, how you guys have sort of rallied around each other as well.
I mean, we have team dinners to help us bond. We're together all the time around this time of year. We're together all the time. it really helps us connect and bond together.
Well, Lakin, congratulations on the win. Best of luck moving forward. Again, as I said, we'll see you guys when you face Woodland Hills, but a lot of people are expecting big things from Indiana High basketball, so good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Lakin Kugler are one of our two good associates, good players of the game. If you want to hand off your headset to Cassie Boyer here on our first Commonwealth Bank postgame show, we'll get her thoughts. Cassie, a pretty impressive win tonight. I think everybody kind of knew that things were going to get separated throughout the game, but do it as early as you guys did. I think it's just a testament to as to how hard this team works and just how well Indiana basketball can really be out there on the court.
I mean, we've worked really hard in practice, like Lakin said. We scrimmaged really hard, so we really needed this win to get our kickoff for the grind coming up. So it's I don't know, it just showed us that we really are a good team and that we need to just keep going with that. So
take me through your personal journey throughout the season. You come in, a little bit of a knee ailment, then you work your way back into the starting lineup. But through all this, you're expected to still be a team leader as you have. And, I mean, it's apparent out there with all these younger players. Take me through your journey. How difficult or even easy has it been sort of working your way up from injury into the starting five again?
I mean, throughout summer, I feel like we got, a really good bond going, just a drive with Coach. So, it was really hard for me to, I don't know, feel get my confidence back a little bit, getting out on the court. But I feel like once I got in that knot game, I feel like the rust got off, and it just felt honestly pretty easy. And knowing that the coaches believe in me, I feel like it was really easy for me to fit back into the team and be a leader. So yeah.
I'll ask you the same thing I asked Lakin. Coach Franciscus always preaches about the team chemistry. You've been in the locker room for the past 4 years. Now in your senior season, has this team sort of maybe took a step forward with that team chemistry? You guys feel a little bit closer than in recent years, or what's your point of view?
Honestly, I feel really close with the team this year. I feel like we don't really have any drama, which is such a blessing. And, like Lakin said, we go to team dinners. We just laugh. We have fun, and that we still are able to work hard and pull out wins. So I think it's really the best of both worlds, and I think we have a great balance of that. So yeah.
Preview this upcoming schedule for me again. As we said, Franklin Regional up next. You're back home against Woodland Hills, and then 3 tough road matchups. You've been through the ringer so many times with this tough schedule. What's that going to be like?
It's definitely going to be a little bit tiring, but I know that our team's going to pull it out, and that Coach Fran and Coach Dave, they're going to have a great plan for us. So I'm just going to put my trust in them and put my trust in my teammates, and we'll just move forward, and we got this.
I think you got some fans down there. They've been watching this entire time, and I know we've had some messages from some of your family members, and I mean, they're just ecstatic that you guys can have such success this season, and we hope to see it moving forward. So best of luck the rest of your senior season. We'll catch up with you next time. We'll be here against Woodland Hills, so we'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Cassie Boyer, our second of 2 good associates, good players of the game, and that puts a bow on things for tonight. Indiana with a 53-13 win over the Gateway Gators here at 5th Street Gym. Next time we're on the air with you will be the 11th. When the Little Indians return home to 5th Street Gym to battle Woodland Hills. It's a 7:30 tip-off. We're on the air at about 7:15 on WDAD and Renda Digital TV. We got some folks we want to thank tonight. As always, want to thank the Indiana School District and Dan Roan for accommodating us here tonight, even staying after hours. I know they want us out of here, so we thank them for their time and patience. Want to thank Sam Sneddon. She's behind the camera. She's been working it all night. Did a great job as always. Laura Slobodnik, a couple feet behind me, our statistician for tonight. Garrett Clark has been our studio engineer on the radio side in our WDAD studios. He did a great job bringing the game to you via the audio form. So for all of us, my name is Jake Slobodnik, repeating the final score. Indiana 53, Gateway 13. We'll see you against Woodland Hills on the 11th. But for now, have a great rest of your evening.
You've been listening to an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night on AM